Good morning, Marion and Charles. So today we are talking about target setting as a topic, just like we have always done the mentorship on target setting. And remember, as a student, you must always set your targets. Whether you are in Key Stage 3, Key Stage 4, or somebody who is already doing an exam. So these are very important topic that many students normally find so hard. Now the question is, if somebody were to ask you, what is target setting? Like now you are in Key Stage 3, you are in Key Stage 4, about to do your year 11 exam. So somebody may ask, what is target setting? Now target setting is about creating a condition. So this is what you need to know. You create a condition, creating a condition that is necessary for the success of your academic improvements. So that is the most important thing that you need to know. I, being a student, planning to do an exam, you must create a condition that will enable you to get your academic improvement. Then the other part that you need to know, functions of target setting. You may ask, why should I set target as a student? That is becoming very important. Even your parents would always ask you, have you set a target? Your teachers in school would always ask, what are your targets? So it means you have to set something. So number one, as you also take notes, a motivator. So please take note. Number one function of, we can write the functions of target setting. Functions of target setting. So number one, it acts as a motivator. So Marion, please take note of that. Is a motivator. Is a motivator to help you set high challenges that focus your energy and attention. So that is the most important thing, Marion, that when somebody asks you, why would you set a target as a student? Number one is a motivator. A motivator is something that motivates you, something that inspires you to do something, Charles. Are we together? So it motivates you so that you may channel your energy. You may find this generation, most of the students at home, if they have not set their targets, they find themselves always online with their phones, in the laptops, watching things that may not necessarily add to their academic success. But if you have set a target, for example, you say, this week, I'm going to do mathematics, I'm going to study physics and biology, and having a personalized study timetable, where you know, from a specific time to another time I'm supposed to be studying this subject. Then you need also to have the reminders in your study rooms, maybe some stickers. You put it somewhere reminding you that tomorrow in the morning from 6 to 8 I'm supposed to study a specific subject. So that means you've set a target and you even have already a timetable. But somebody who does not have a target, like now, many students are in their vacation, they've closed down school. They don't even study because number one, they don't even have a target. Maybe you know very well you got a grade of B and you want to move to A. So it means you need also to set some strategies that helps. And as I talk today, I will also encourage parents with their students. They have to encourage their students to have some targets. A parent can set a target for their children. Teachers would also do, and you as an individual, you also do. Number two, a planning tool. So please write this point number 2. It is a planning tool. A planning tool. A planning tool. So please write that. To improve yourself is like a ruler to measure your progress. That maybe, let me say this time around you did some test and you got maybe in terms of the percentage, if you get a 60% and your target was an A, maybe from 80% or 90. So between 60 to 80, there must be more energy. If you used to study less, you will study more. And I know most of the times in your careers, maybe you want to be a doctor, you want to be an engineer, whatever you want to study, it is being guided by your subject choices. And you can only choose a subject that you are doing well. And how can you do well in a subject? You must have a planning tool. Okay? Very, very important. Okay? It is like a ruler that measures that you move from this point to the next point. Okay? Then determinants of success in target setting. So here, I want to talk about determinants, right? These determinants of success in target setting. Of success in target setting. So what are the determinants? Because there are so many factors that determine something. Number one is the ability. The first determinant is the ability. Then the second one is attitude. The second one is attitude. Okay? What do I understand when I talk about ability? Okay? When we look at the principles of target setting, something that you can achieve. For example, I would not tell my students who is getting a grade of C that within a term you are supposed to get an A star. That's not possible. So we look at the ability of somebody. Even you as an individual, you set some realistic targets. A good example here is attitude. I know most of the students, their parents always insist, you have to study. But if they don't know the reason why they have to study, they will always be pushed by their parents. But I want to create an environment by talking to all my students, the one that I normally teach online, the physical and all this, that you need to know that you work on your attitude before you do something. Because if you have a positive attitude, attitude takes it all. And I think in a situation, you may not always need your parents to force you. Please go to tuition. Please go to class. Set some time and study. And when the parents just leave, immediately our parents leave, we are already on our computers. People are in laptops. People are doing so many other things. So I would encourage you guys also to work on your attitude and become very, very positive about it. And especially the technology, this world that now we are moving to. It is science-based. Many girls nowadays are participating in engineering courses. They do well in mathematics. So it's no longer saying it's the male. Everybody, both girls and boys, they need to work hard by choosing the right subject choices. And you who have reached the key stage 3, the key stage 4, the year 10 and 11, you must know you've already made your choices and you have to work so well on whatever that you are going to do. And that's what will help you succeed. And I know as you do this, you are also going to work on your skills. You may find some people are very good in computer skills, and yet they say they don't like the subject of maths. Mathematics work together with the computer. Whether you want to do coding, programming, you need mathematics to build those models so that one day you become successful in your careers. So I want us to write the principles of target setting. The next part is the principles. So please let us note down principles of target setting. Principles of target setting. So when I talk about a principle is a law. Like here my notes clearly say, set achievable targets. You should be guided by the following principles. Number 1, ensure that your targets specify planned action for forward moving. So it should target something that is planned and you want to move forward because it is you who is setting it. Number 2, define a specific and tangible move improvement. So it must be very, very specific. This is very, very important. It must be specific. Okay? Like most of the times I normally tell my students, under the target setting, it talks under what I call the SMART student model. Okay? So when I talk about SMART, it must be something specific. Okay? Then the next point, aim to add value to your current level of academic achievement. It should be something that is adding value. Because you can't say that you've been applying a specific way of study, then at the end of the day, your grade remains the same. If you are somebody who is getting a 70, the next term 70, and you keep getting 70, no. It should be something that is adding value. And I always encourage most of the students, Marion, that you can do what is called personal SWOT analysis. What do I mean by personal SWOT analysis? Simply means your strength, your weakness, your opportunity, and the threats. So if your strength is in a specific particular group of science, maybe sciences or mathematics, you may not spend much time doing your maths. If your languages are the problem, then that we categorize as your weakness. So you can arrange with your parents, come up with a program that how to improve the languages, because there's no way if you do well in sciences that you leave language. For example, English and our Cambridge system, you need it because it's the language of instructions into everything you do. Then we have opportunities, then also threats. Some of us, you may find it so easy to wake up very early in the morning at around 4 a.m. That is your peak hour. So you wake up at 8 a.m. and study. Some of us in this class, we find they are good studying late evening or at night. But if come in the morning, they find it so hard to be waking up. So that is what will help you if you work on your SWOT analysis. Knowing the time you can study well, the efforts you are supposed to put, and the subjects that you need to do. So I think this one works very, very well with many students. And as I speak now, I know there are so many also online platforms, and people normally watch my videos on the YouTube channel. I encourage every student to follow these particular models that will definitely help you to succeed in your exam before you choose your IGCSE. Because I know after your Cambridge exam, if you do the IG, you need to go to the year 12, which is the advanced subsidiary. Then you go to the year 13, which is the A level. Because in year 11, under the Cambridge, we consider you have not completed the high school. So you need to do the year 12, you need to do the year 13. And those are levels that you must do a lot of planning and knowing exactly what you're supposed to do. So for more, you can follow our channel, you can subscribe, and keep watching, taking some notes. If you have some questions, you can always ask us. Thank you, guys.